Welcome back to episode 4 of 0 to 1 million coins. Last episode, we managed to make a lot of very good trades as we're now up to 333,724 coins in total, a third of the way there to our 1 million goal. We managed to sell the majority of our players, being 87 Sanchez sold for 100k, Thomas sold for 18k, Bowman sold for 16k, Archibald sold for 14,750. We managed to have 2 wards, one for 14k, the other sold for 13k. Cisse sold for 14k. Aram Cabrera, one sold for 12,750, the other one sold for 12k. Singh, who sold for 13,500. 2 Oros, one selling for 12,500, the other 12,250. 19 position change players, and we also managed to sell that one bronze player that was there from, I believe, the first ever episode. We still have players to sell, this of course being Miroslav Klose, Arthur Cabral, and also 2 Campbells. But before we actually get into today's episode where I run through the trades, if you are looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Meal Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, the trading methods that we're going to be using in this episode are no different. We're still going to be looking at position change players, as it's been a great way for us to make a lot of coins by putting very little coins up front. We're still using icons and also silver team of the weeks to get the majority of our coins, and then we're also looking at old team of the week players because it's a very easy method. If you don't know what these methods are, there are loads of videos here on this channel, plus on top of that you could just go back to our previous episodes where I've run through them. So with the 333k, I decided to go out and trade, and these are some of the deals that we managed to get. We got 89 rated Ian Rush for 68,000 and I listed him at 83,000. We got 87 Crespo at 76k, listed him at 82k. We got Guardiola at 80k, listed for 88k. We got Zakaria for 24k, listed at 27,750. Diallo, who I got at 29k, listed at 34k. Blas at 40k, listed at 46,500. Kamara at 20k, listed at 24k. Mishra at 12k, listed him at 16,750. And we also got Cattyman at 10,750, which listed at 12k. I don't know what it is, but I was trading slightly later instead of me being the usual 6 p.m, which is what I tried to go for with every single one of these batches. This time it ended up being a bit later, around about 8 to 9 p.m. And with it, it was incredibly easy, as every single time that I was bidding on these players, it always looked like I was going to win them. There was only a couple where I did get outbidded and it was no longer profitable for me to actually buy them. So I ended up going through this trading session in around 30 minutes and I managed to get these players, which gave us a very nice amount of profit. We didn't even have to go and use the position change method. And after listening for 12 hours overnight, the majority of them did sell. We managed to sell on Ian Rush, Guardiola, Crespo, Zakaria, Kamara, Mishra, Katimani, and we also sold Arthur Cabral, which we managed to get from last episode. Campbell also sold, who was from last episode, and we still had Klose, Diallo, Blas, and another Campbell still to sell. The second batch of trades that we ended up looking at, yet again, did very similar trading methods. This time, I was trading at 6 p.m. There was a bit more competition, but we had a lot of coins to play with. I started off by getting 91 rated Trezeguet, got him for 88,500, listed him at 100k. With Lampard, we got him for 70,500, listed him at 82k. Cotter at 25,500, listed him at 28,500, and Sufati at 23,500, listed him at 27,500. Thomas Asante we got for 14k, listed at 17,500. We got 3 Sings, all for different prices, one for 11k and 2 for 12,500. And when listing these types of players or getting multiple of the same player, I don't like listing them all at the exact same price for the exact same time. So I listed out one at 19k, one at 19,500, and one at 21k. That way they're not all listed at the exact same price and I'm flooding the market. I'm listing them at separate prices so that once that one does sell at 19k, Hopefully the next cheapest is also going to be mine at 19,500, and if that one also sells, then the next cheapest is hopefully going to be mine again at 21k. That way I'm able to maximize the most amount of coins. We still had Armor, who I managed to go and get for 14k, listed at 19k. Oros at 10,750, listed him at 17,750. Katimani at 7,500, listed him at 10k. And we also got 10 players from the position change method. If you're seeing that we're able to get any of these players less than 2,000 coins, just know that we're making at least 1,000 coins profit. For a lot of them, we're able to get even cheaper, being anywhere between 700 to around 1,000 coins in total. And we're listing them for an even higher price where we can sell them for 4 to 5k. And after listing all of these players, we had some very good news because a lot of them did sell. And one of those players was Miroslav Klose, the player that we bought for 92,000 coins, I think in episode 2 or the beginning of episode 3, not too sure, but we struggled to sell him. We had to keep on relisting him over and over again, and I even had to bring him down. The crazy thing is that we did sell him on, and we also still managed to make just a little bit of profit, so we didn't even take a loss even after the 5% EA tax. Alongside Miroslav Klose, we also sold Trezeguet, Lampard, Ansu Fati, Cotta, Diallo, Thomas Asante, Oros, Amir, 2 of the Sings, a Katimani, and loads of position change players, with the still being Blas, another Sing, Campbell, Benjamin Andre, and Guendouzi yet to sell. Coin wise, we're down to next to nothing because I am using the time whilst these players are selling to go out and find my trades, as it makes life a lot easier and I can post these videos on a weekly basis rather than it taking 2 weeks. So once we did go through all of these players that sold, I did also have a lot of players in the background, and these are the players that we had. We had 89 rated Ian Wright, who I bought for 77,500, listed at 92k. Veron at 69,500, who I listed at 78k. Owen for 73, listed at 88. 87 Ian Wright, who we got for 67,500, listed at 76. And then we also had Overmars at 68, which listed at 78. What's crazy about these icons was very similar to our first batch. I only bidded on these players and I managed to win all of them. This made life incredibly easy, as this was a quick batch of players that I was trading with, and it was a perfect time to go and do this. Alongside all of these, I also got Tankulic at 2250, listed at 24,500. Thomas Asante for 16,250, listed at 18,750. Another Thomas Asante, which I got for 16,750, listed at 19k. Sing for 15,500, listed at 22,500. 3 silver team of the week Catamanis, one for 14,500, one for 13,750, and the last one for 15k. And they were listed at 18,750, 19,250, and 20k, all being different prices, very similar to what we mentioned earlier. And then for the rest of the players were position change players. I don't want to be going through every single one of them because there is quite a few, being 15, and they're all going for different prices. But just know that at least we're making 1,000 coins profit after the 5% EA tax on each and every one of them, some giving us a lot more. I listed all of these for 12 hours overnight, and if you are struggling to sell any of your players by using the methods that we're going through in this 0 to 1 million trading series, just make sure that you are listing for 12 hours, or at the very least just for a couple hours. Could be 3 hours whilst you go to bed. So many players forget to do this that once it does come to nighttime, there's very few amount of cards listed on the transfer market, and this does increase their price as there is less for other people to choose from. So with some of the icons that I was listing at the time, I wasn't the cheapest on the market. I actually listed a couple thousand coins above, but because I knew that they were expiring within the next hour, I can list mine for 12 hours overnight, and once the other players expire, mine will be the cheapest, and I'll be there until I wake up the following morning. So by the time we roll around to our next lot of trades, we actually managed to sell quite a bit. We sold both versions of Ian Wright, Owen, Veron, Overmars, Tankulic, 2 Thomas Asantes, 2 Sings, 3 Catamanis, and also 10 of the players out of their position. That still means that there is a few players left to sell, this being Informed Blas, McKennie, Guendouzi ×2, Tyler Adams, Coquelin, 2 Campbells, and a Delaney. That gave us enough coins to get our final batch for the episode. This is our 4th batch of trades, and with this, we managed to get 89 rated Ian Wright for 86,500, listed at 95k, 88 rated Shevchenko for 70,500 coins, we listed at 79,000. We had 87 Socrates at 121k, listed at 132k. 86 rated Kane, bought for 70k, listed at 83,500. 85 Suka for 69, listed him at 75. 86 Foden, got him for 30,500, listed at 34,750. An informed Iniesta at 38k, listed for 45k. Wendell at 30k, listed for 36k. Informed Blair Turger at 2750 and listed at 26k. And then for the final 13 players, they were all position change players. The position change method at this point isn't giving us a crazy amount of coins, but it is nice to add on top of everything else without needing to have enough coins to buy into the likes of icons. With icons, you do need to have at least around 70,000 coins for you to get to players on that cheaper end. And with the likes of Silver Team of the Weeks, yes, you can have less, being around 10k to buy into some of these players, but you only get around 6 to 10 per hour, and it is very tedious work waiting for them. The position change method works perfectly because you could just search these players whilst you're waiting for the time to go down for Silver Team of the Weeks and also icons, and that's exactly what we did. This is the final batch of this episode, so let me know exactly what you think is going to sell before next episode and how many coins you think we will have in total. We are getting awfully close to those 1 million coins. We started this episode of a third of the way there, and I think you'll be surprised of how many we're going to be starting with in next episode. So leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.